All right, Gemini. So, what once looked really good is starting to become repetitive and almost predictable. Now, on the other hand, I do think that some of you are trying to disguise something that is, becoming the same old thing, right? And trying to like dress it up so that it looks better to you. But really, it's about breaking this now, breaking the cycle, so to speak. So, it's always tea time, eternity, endless moments, and repetition, and then all that glitters. It's always tea time, again, it's talking about the repeating cycles and patterns and loops. I don't necessarily feel like it's going to have to do with, constant schedules, but it does say reworking traditions so they are more aligned with the way that you see the world. So, again, this is kind of where I feel like you need to stop dressing something up or someone because their continuous repetitive actions, are going to start to weigh you down, basically. Now, all that glitter says that this card signals that it's time to see beyond the adornments and probe underneath the surface. Learn to recognize the masks people wear and the motives underlying them. Imagine that all that glittered is gone. Would you still desire the object or person? So it kind of has a Four of Cups type of feel, but I don't know that, All right, Gemini. Here's your overall. The Six of Pentacles. So, and we'll see where this is going here, but with the Six of Pentacles, you're talking about equal give and take. Some of you may be accepting some assistance. It could be about money here. It could be about a situation that you are giving to and expecting a return. But we'll see here on how this is playing out. In the past, the Seven of Wands. That immediately makes me feel that we're talking about a situation where you're expecting something here because you've kind of like set the tone, so to speak. If I'm going to give you this, this is what I expect in return. The Seven of Wands is you standing up for yourself, speaking up, fighting off opposition, right? Kind of like I've always said with this, drawing a line in the sand, right? I'm not taking this shit anymore. This is how I feel. This is where I stand. But with the Six of Pentacles, it kind of has a Seven of Pentacles type of feel to it almost. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay. All right. So in the present moment, the Two of Cups. So we're talking about a relationship. Now, this could be, like I always say with the Two of Cups, any type of a relationship here. But it's about two people that are seeing eye to eye, and it is about the equal give and take here. And I think that, you have been very clear in the past about, if this is what I'm giving, this is what I expect back. But we'll see how the Two of Cups is playing out here. Future conditions, the world, not bad, not bad. And, that may be the issue. If we're talking about a relationship right now and you needing to kind of get to a place where the other person is seeing your point of view, it may be because there is a need for like some closure on some issues with the world being there, right? And I'm seeing that a lot. But with the world, we're talking about, a successful completion and you being able to start something new in your life where you feel good about everything in the past being over and done with, But with the Six of Pentacles, I feel iffy about it. Not like necessarily in a bad way. I just, and this is more so going back to the Oracle cards. I think that, if somebody is finally seeing your perspective here and understanding kind of like where you're coming from and what you expect to see, I worry that you give to a situation but the return isn't, what you had hoped for, which is why I kind of feel like the Seven of Pentacles with this. But, everything really looks good, though, coming out. We could absolutely be saying here that finally somebody is seeing your perspective after you speaking up about what you're no longer willing to deal with. They start giving their part into this, and we ultimately get to closure, and being able to move on. Your best path to follow, the High Priestess. Okay. So, intuitively knowing that what you're giving to this, you know, I don't want to call it yet. I don't want to call it, but I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like with the high priestess being your advice here, this is like you already know. Like you already know that what you're going to get in return may not be, you know, what you're expecting, even though you may have been very clear in the past with the Seven of Wands. But then the other thing though too is, do you really want to give to this? Or maybe is it time for there to be absolute closure, you know, and you giving towards something else? You know, with the high priestess, we're talking about things that are kept hidden. It's hidden information, hidden knowledge, but it's also intuitively knowing something without having facts to support it. But when I'm looking at it here, it's saying that you need to trust what your intuition is telling you because it's right, it's accurate, you know. Wow, Gemini, what's happening here? And then there's your repeating cycle, but definitely an opportunity for better things to happen, right? With the Wheel of Fortune. But is this person truly understanding? You know, and that's my only question here because of the High Priestess. Because you know something else. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune, you know, again, it's things that are coming back around. But it's really about, you know, do you feel like you're in control of where things are heading here? Or are we going to see the same shit over again? You know? But I feel like you already intuitively know that it has the potential to go that way, which is why you're coming in with the Seven of Wands. You know, and being very clear on where you stand on this. If I'm going to get involved with you again, things cannot repeat themselves. You know, but I do like the World because either way it indicates that there is definitely a successful ending coming up for you where, you know, there's a new life after this. Oh yeah, your hopes and your fears, the Ace of Cups. Okay. So in the thing is and this is what I'm talking about. Like, I don't really feel like super bad or super negative. I don't feel like somebody is like purposely, you know, withholding from you. You know, I think that they just like, they think they understand, but they don't. Because you hoping for the Ace of Cups here is saying that you're hoping for that new beginning, right? New beginning in love, especially with the Two of Cups here. You know, something that is going to bring you emotional fulfillment. Fulfillment, if I could talk right. You know, the ending of the way things used to be and a new beginning that's going to make you happier. You know, and you hoping that you're going to be able to see this through and make the most of it, you know. But I don't have anything here indicating, because I mean, even with the High Priestess, you know, it is talking about secrets and hidden information and things being kept secret, right? But it's not saying that that information is not available. But it's not deceitful to me. I don't have anything indicating that it's, you know, purposely being done. You know, I just think that you're dealing with somebody who just isn't getting it, you know. But I don't see anything here that would indicate that they don't. I mean, I almost feel like, you know, you're looking at them, and again, right, like I go back to this feeling of like they're predictable. And you kind of know, you kind of have an idea here. But you're still looking at the potential of the Ace of Cups, which is really good. You know, are you going to give to that, or are you going to give to a brand new life, right? To yourself? Or is it going to have to do with this person? You know, but again, we can't be repeating cycles anymore. You know, I can't look past things that, you know, I'm not happy with in terms of what you're giving to the relationship. Oh boy. And then coming out the Hangman. Okay. So, Now, this can go, either way. With the Hangman, we're talking about being in limbo here, right? Waiting for somebody to see a different perspective, waiting for enlightenment. But in terms of you, if you're looking at the world, it's not, because I feel like the world is already happening. There is going to be a successful closure. But if we're looking at you coming out as the Hangman, this is you not really knowing whether or not, do I want to give to this or do I want to give to something else? It's almost like I could take this Ace of Cups, but, do I really want to give to this? Or is there another opportunity that's there for you? But this is really coming out into a place where you don't really know how to act or move forward. It's almost like you hope for it, but then you stop yourself and think, wait a minute, like maybe there are still some more things that you need to figure out. And then strength, right? Needing to find the strength to take some action towards something here. All right, the Empress, like I said, I feel like that's you. So if you're dealing with a relationship in the present moment, but you've had to kind of like stand up for yourself, it's because you're in a place of being comfortable, being happy, having abundance around you, and not wanting anything to throw that off. Because with the Seven of Wands, you're talking about fighting off opposition. Fighting off something that is going to prevent you from being happy and enjoying your life, right? Because I see that with her. Being comfortable, being able to enjoy your life, being able to indulge in the abundance that's surrounding you. If you already have that, and then I kind of go back to this feeling of you need to trust your intuition on whether or not this is something that you want to give to. I do believe that this person is wanting to meet you halfway. I do believe that they're trying to see things from your perspective. I think that it's you coming out with a Hangman going, it's there, but what else is there for you? And that's kind of where the Moon is coming through. Now, I do think that some of you already intuitively know that things could end up being the same way that they were before. But, then there's the question of whether or not you're seeing that accurately, right, with the Moon. But, that confusion could be coming from the other person, though, because we are looking at the Two of Cups being connected to this. Are they understanding? Are they fully understanding? You definitely need to pay attention to your instincts and what your intuition and subconscious is telling you when it comes to this. But you still, like I said, come out in this place where you're like, but with strength, you're needing to find your inner strength here to do what you feel like is right for you. But what are your instincts telling you in terms of what the potential of the Ace of Cups holds for you? Is it with this person? Is it without this person? Can I find the Ace of Cups somewhere else? Or do I give to this situation and possibly have things end up the same way that they were before? That may be what's keeping you in this state of limbo here, but you're going to have to find your inner strength to kind of make a choice and act. Now, if you're dealing with somebody who's holding up the show, you're going to have to find closure on your own. And I'm telling you, you guys are not the only ones to get that. So one of the things with my readings, right? All signs are going to be dealing with a different situation, a different person. It just, it depends, right? But what I pick up on more than a specific situation is the way that you're perceiving it or your point of view on what you're dealing with it. And I'm telling you, there always seems to be a theme. And for this next couple of weeks, the theme feels like it's going to be about people needing to find closure on their own, needing to, find their own answers and not seek them from other people, other situations. And you guys are no different here, but I think that the closure is already there. I just don't know that you're ready to do what, you're looking at right now, because something else may be available for you, Wow. All right. In the predictable, it's predictable. You already know, you already know here what to expect with this. Intuitively you know this, but I think that there's still a part of you, like I said, that isn't really ready to kind of walk away from this, but you can't dress it up anymore. with all that glitters, right? And do you still want it? Do you still want it now that you see the repetitive action with it, or with this person? I always every time I see that, I have to laugh because that's everybody. Everybody is wanting some kind of assurance. Like, look here. If I'm going to get involved, I need some kind of assurance here that things are going to flourish. I'm not going to be able to just trust. I need to know. Assurance is saying that the universe is giving you assurance that no matter what you do here, you will flourish. Now, do you trust that the situation will flourish, or is it going to be tea time all over again? Right? No matter what you choose to do, there will be, an ability for you to flourish because it's about you. Right now, do you trust that the situation will flourish? I don't know, because you're wanting assurance before you come out of hangman mode. But either way, you're going to be fine, right? But the question then still becomes, if you give to this, is it going to flourish this time? Or like I said, is it going to be the same thing over again? I don't know, Gemini. I kind of get the feeling for you. Like I am being pushed to say that you need to keep yourself open. If you've already been down a road before, it doesn't have to be, something that you have to do again. I feel like you need freedom. And then miracles, expect the wondrous to emerge. Yeah, and then the universe is telling you, don't worry, it will show up. It will. But, if you are at an impasse right now, this is saying that the path that you are on is blocked for a reason. You're going to have to redirect yourself. But when you do that, that is when miracles start to show up. But I kind of see that impasse with the hangman coming out. It's like going through all of this effort to, try to see eye to eye with a person, or, fix things within a relationship or rebuild a relationship, and getting there and going, I don't know if I really wanted to do this, which is understandable, But don't continue to put yourself in, situations that are going to be repetitive, right? Don't dress it up anymore. See it for what it is. And if it's predictable, and this, then maybe it is time for you to redirect and kind of look at, what your options are in terms of that Ace of Cups, because that Ace of Cups does not have to be with this situation. It can be for some of you, but where is the potential somewhere else to have that emotional fulfillment, new love, happiness, right? Maybe it is somewhere else.